Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Back in Bangkok. That's where I am. Today I'm in Starbucks. And, I haven't adjusted to coming back yet. I mean, I was gone 10 days, come back, and it's just like I'm unpacking and doing everything, and it takes time. So that's where I am. Today, we are going to talk about a couple of things. The first is 3 great places across the world where you can live in your 60s, and the second is 10 Aussie foods that expats miss the most. Since we have several Aussies in the chat, I figured I might as well go into this subject because some of them I know and some of them I don't know. But we shall wait until a few people come in. If they do, I don't know what's up here. Let's see. It's a Sunday morning, and the Thai baht is 36.93 to the dollar. 81 degrees currently. High of 89. Low of 78. Right now, the feel-like temperature is 89 degrees. 83% humidity. 80% rain today. 80%. It looks like it's going to rain. It's a very balmy, cool day. And for the rest of this week, 50 to 70% chance of rain. The air quality is 124. So, not very good. Good morning to all. Swadee Ton Chow. Hopefully everybody is doing good today. I don't know why they have this music up so loud. They seem to think that everybody, this is the recurring theme here in Thailand. Everybody thinks you want to hear their music. Now, there is a huge amount of construction going on, not only here, but in the surrounding areas because of the BTS. And all I can say is it's a mess. This place is a mess. That's about it. I look outside and I just see steel and vinyl covers and all kinds of stuff. And here in the mall, there's all kinds of things boarded off, and some things are open, some things aren't, and the street is a mess. It's just, I don't know, how this happened, or if, they're just doing a big overhaul or whatever of the area, but it's not the greatest. It's a mess. That's the only thing I can say. They've already done the overpass. They've got another one down the street that they're working on. And, everywhere I look, I'm just looking around. I'm like, right here, right now, inside Starbucks, it's okay. And yesterday I was here. I came in. I was going to go to the grocery, and on my way to the grocery, I thought, let me see if beer is still working here, because she told me, end of September. Then she said end of August. Then she said end of September. So I said, well, let me see if she's working. I didn't really want any coffee or anything. So I just stopped in, and they said, no, end of the year. Now she's working for the rest of the year. And then I went to the grocery. But before I went to the grocery, there was a guy sitting here that I talk to all the time, a foreigner. And he's a bit older. He's about 15 years older than I am. And we were talking about, good morning, Mr. Mitch. How you doing? How's things? How's everything? but we were talking about healthcare, and he's self-financed. He's got money. He's well off, and he can cover just about everything. But he was telling me that now, if you don't have insurance and you are over a certain age, the insurance it's outrageous what they're charging people. It's like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, even $10,000 a month for insurance, which is crazy. You're back in Thailand. Okay, I figured you would be. Where are you, in Pattaya or where? It's always good to be back in Thailand. You know, I've been thinking about, well, where am I gonna go? Why do I have to go anywhere? Do I really need to go anywhere? Jom Tien, okay. You know, I was thinking about Ecuador, and then I just, I've seen numerous articles about the security and the danger of, well, thank you for watching, Tom, I appreciate it. It was very peaceful when I went to Ecuador. It was very, very nice. And in that little village, I mean, if you have a job there, it's worthwhile. Well, I just got back from Vietnam. I got a video going up tonight about Thai food in Vietnam, which I'll let you watch the video. But anyway, then I got a bunch of other stuff. I got Ha Long Bay. I got this what do you call the shoe shine guy that I don't want to say he ripped us off, but he was very, very quick. And I could have went over and said, give me my shoes back, I don't want this done. And my wife was like, no, just let him do it. It's small money, And like my mother said, he probably needs the $10. It was like $5 a pair of shoes. He needs the $10 a lot more than I do, but I don't know if that's true or not. Good morning, everybody. Sawati Kap, Sawati Tong Chow. So, I got back, and as I said, this place is a mess. This area is a mess. Bangkok is a mess. Even Ramkhamhaeng, a mess. It's just completely in tatters as they rebuild it. And for the life of me, I don't know why they haven't put a new sign up yet, but okay. It's just a mess, I mean, I've been talking about how I want to get out of here, and I thought about Ecuador, and I still think about it. But I don't know, it's just, I have a real problem with the crime rate there, and how you really need to lock up and all these kind of things. Hey, Andy, how you doing? It's a place where the cocaine is transported through, and I don't want to get involved. I mean, I don't want to be anywhere around that kind of stuff. And most of the time you wouldn't be anyway. But I think it's more dangerous than here. And I'm getting old. It's not like, when I was younger, if there was 2 or 3 guys that, that went after me, I would fight them all, And now I'm like, no, that's really not feasible. You're not going to be able to do that. And so I think about that danger. I think, I'm getting older, and I'm like, listen, I can barely move around now. I'm like, in another 10 years, 15 years, and so I don't know that I just don't know that I can move there. I have my apprehensions about it. But inside of Thailand, that's what we're going to talk about today. 3 great places across the globe where you can live in your 60s, and one of them is in Thailand. Now, I don't really agree with it. I think there are better places, but I do think that they have some points, some valid points. And, this is the thing. I don't think I have to live right here in Bangkok in Boquete. You know, for all we care, you know, Alex is starting to look for work. He's got a couple things he needs to do, and you know, before he can start working, and you know, I mean, he can be working in a week or two, but he needs to get some dental work done, and I need to do a few things with him. But our other son doesn't live with us. Alex could live in the place we are right now if he, you know, depending, or he could get his own place. We could keep this place, and we could live somewhere else. Israel might be off your travels. Well, I don't know why. Why is that? What's going on in Israel? Road trip within Thailand. I always like those. And actually, I know that I will be in Pattaya in December with Carnivore Chronicles, which is great. And so that's one place, but that's in early December. I'm not sure about the rest of this month and next month. My birthday is coming up in 1 week. I will be 61 in 1 week. And to think that I came here, I was 32. So if you think about it that way, it's been a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the time's gone. But, you know, this is the thing. Where do I want to live? I don't want to live out in the sticks. I mean, you know, like, my wife is you know, from Surat, and we don't really want to live in Surat. We could, but we don't really want to. And I'd rather live near the beach, or, you know, my second choice is the mountains. But I don't want to live in the city. But I want to live somewhere close enough, you know, half hour, 45 minutes drive from wherever you need to get something important, and hopefully near a hospital, just in case. Hey, Carnivore. What'd it be like? Is and cool day today so far, but it's still early. So anyway, you know, that's the thing. I saw this little article jump out. This is from a couple of days ago. It came out, but I saw this and I went, oh well, let me see what they got to say. And you know, I'm thinking about Thailand, and I'm thinking, okay, well, where would I like to live in Thailand? And no, I haven't. I don't think I've been there. Like Jomtien, but I'm overdue for a change of pace. I do like the water. Yeah, Jomtien's, you know, I know it's much better than living in the heart of Pattaya. I know it's, you know, there's not as much, well, the nightlife is, you know, not the same. But I don't know that, I don't think I want to live in Jomtien. And I know I'm picky, but you know, when you're moving and you think this could be the last move I'm gonna make, you need to be picky. You know, so I'm not quite sure. And you know, that's the whole thing. I'm just not sure. I just don't know where. It could be anywhere. I mean, you know, if they solved the burning issue up in the north, maybe I would go up there and live in like Chiang Rai or something. But they haven't solved it, and thus, you know, you gotta do what you can. All right, so, before I go on, hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe, join, super chat, Patreon, Cash App, buy me a coffee. I got all that stuff down in the description. Consider all of that. Or just watch and enjoy as much as you can enjoy. I think about it and I think, here I am sitting here in the middle of a Starbucks talking about these subjects, and I'm like, I've been doing this for 10 years. It's been a long time, and you know, over 3,000 missiles fired from Gaza into Israel, full-on war starting. Oh, well, then that's a good reason not to go there. That's too bad. You know, and yeah, I don't even want to get into it because over there, everything's about religion, 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 and I think religion, honestly, is the cause of many a problem. You know, like gardening and fishing. I like fishing. I do like fishing. Gardening, you know, it's something that I haven't really done much of, but I can see myself starting to like it just because I like to see things grow. And you know, we were going to start a little garden out on the side of our, I don't know what happened, but we just didn't get on it. We didn't start growing things because we have some space on the side of our house. And yeah, you know, maybe I will eventually. I don't really, you know, me and my wife, we think about it and we go, why do we want to, you know, why do we want to do anything and upgrade this house when we don't really want to live here? And then we're like, it's home, you know. It's home, it's comfortable, and, you know, even though our house is a mess, we know where everything is. So, you know, until we move, and, you know, I don't know, we may keep that house. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're thinking about it, and we've been thinking about it. And, you know, my wife is working. She wants to be fairly close to where she works. She's trying to not have to go to work, and, you know, there's all these kind of things to consider. So now, here's this article that I was talking about. And I'm going to, you know, there's 3 places, and the last place on this list happens to be in Thailand. And it is Hua Hin. Now, almost 2 years ago, I went to Hua Hin with Patia Bob and 2 quarters Korean, and Patia Bob's girlfriend at the time. And Hua Hin, what I would say is, I hadn't gone there for about 5 years before that. I've been to Prajuap and I forget the other place, whatever, Cha'am. But I hadn't been to Hua Hin. And I got there and I just went, man, there is so much traffic here, I can't believe it. But, you know, it's just, it's inevitable. You know, a place starts up, it's little, and then the next thing you know, it's a little bigger. Before you know it, there's traffic. So let me just give you the lowdown. Yeah, and the beaches, listen, I will say the beaches are not the best really along the coast there. There's a few, but most of them are not great, and they're, you know, it's a different kind of beach. You know, some of them have what are they, like pine trees or something. They're not all like, oh, it's all coconut trees, and you put your toes in the sand, and it's like fine powder, and it's so beautiful. You know. All right, let me read this here. Hua Hin is a royal resort town located on the Gulf of Thailand, just a few hours' drive from bustling Bangkok. This is written by a woman who has been covering international living for about 30 plus years. So she does know what she's talking about, but I want to see what she knows here about Hua Hin. This beautiful stretch of coast, once a quiet fishing village. You got to bring that up because, you know, I don't know how many years ago it was a fishing village. It was put on the tourist trail back in the 20s when the Thai royal family built a palace here as a summer retreat. With your year-round temperatures in the mid-80s Fahrenheit and refreshing sea breezes, it soon became a popular getaway for wealthy locals looking to escape the big city's sizzling heat. In more recent years, it's become an expat favorite too, and for good reason. For starters, it's a very safe spot. In fact, you'll likely feel safer here than in your own hometown. It's a laid-back place with welcoming locals, friendly expats, and a very low crime rate. Okay, well that much is good and it's true. But I could say that about many, many places. And I don't think it has the same allure that it had 10, 15 years ago. That's what I'll say. So she can say all these things, and you know, but you don't always need that. And it's like, you know, for me, I go, oh, I want a really nice beach. I want to, like, you know, be able to go like every night and go out and go into a beautiful beach. the bottom line, how, beautiful is just a state of mind. When you go out there and you see a beach and you go, oh my God, it's so beautiful. But after about 10 minutes, that fades. Then you just go in the water and you go swimming. I mean, when I was in Vietnam and I went to Ha Long Bay, they go, oh, we're gonna have swimming. You can go to climb the mountain, or you can go swimming, or you can do what you want. And I go out, and there's literally about 100, let's say 100 yards, 100 meters, whatever, somewhere around that. And long in the water, and they have like a net. And the net goes out about 15, 20 feet, maybe 30 feet. And that's where you go swimming. And I was thinking to myself, what is this? What? I can't, it's like they have a designated swimming area. And I mean, it's not like you think people would get eaten by sharks or you have anything to worry about there. But it was because they don't want people drowning, they don't want any problems, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing when I was there. There are people that are, they're in Speedos and they are grossly overweight, and they're out there plodding along, barely able to walk, and they go out into the water and they just sit in the water. And so my point is, you can have a beautiful beach, or you can have just a little place. In the end, you're just going to jump in the water and go swimming. As long as the water is somewhat clean, and you get the same effect. It's great to be in a beautiful place. It's like Tahiti or some beaches in Thailand or wherever. Maybe you can have it, maybe you can't. I don't know. And that's my big question. So I'm searching, and I mean, this is like this is years long. This search, my searching has taken many years to come up with, and who knows? I mean, maybe I'll find something that I think is quite nice, but it's not perfect. And really, no place is perfect. But anyway, I digress. For starters, it's a very safe spot. Oh my God, yeah, I mean, yeah, but some people have no shame. And I mean, you're talking about like 300-pound men that are like 5'9", and they got these little Speedos on. You can barely see the Speedos because they're so fat. And I'm like, listen, I'm not skinny, I understand that. I'm not, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime or anything like that. But like, I'm a little more modest than that. And what was funny is, I've talked about how there were Indians on our group. And for whatever reason, some of them were, they didn't smell the greatest. And I thought, oh, they're not going to go swimming. I mean, they were all overweight, very overweight. And, I thought they were kind of modest. And no, they all came out. They had the women had, the women had, like, I don't even know what you call them. They're not even like a one-piece. They're like, it was like a dress. And they go in, like a dress that's kind of for swimming. And they all go jump in the water and good for them. They had a great time. But I was surprised. It shows you just how different people are. And, this is the other thing. It's one thing here when you're dealing with the Thais. I know what to expect. I know that when I go a certain place, I act a certain way, things a certain way, I speak a certain way, and I speak the language, and we can have a laugh. We can, everything is pretty good most of the time, because on the whole, Thais are not real aggressive. They're not the kind of people that are going to go after you for no reason. There's no tension. But when I see all these people, and there were Russians, Indians, Chinese, Koreans, I mean, just from all over the world. And I think that's kind of what is happening with Thailand. Well, it has been happening for a long time, but the demographics change all the time. There's different demographics coming to the country. and some of them come in and there's a lot, and some there's not so many. And right now the big ones are Chinese and Indians. So, especially there in Pattaya. Let's see here. There is much to keep you entertained here, from golf, don't care about it, water sports, okay, yoga and fishing. I like yoga. I like fishing. To regular cultural events, festivals, and religious celebrations, there's a vibrant art scene too, with galleries, exhibitions, and locally made arts and crafts on sale at the town's popular night market. The town runs parallel to a 4-mile stretch of beach. Here you'll find upscale hotels, restaurants, apartment complexes, markets, low-key eateries, cafes, and shopping malls. Now see, that right there, that sentence, is why I don't like Hua Hin. Because there's all of this stuff. I don't want that. Really, do you really want to go to a place that, if you think about it, do you really want to go to a place that's so developed, it's just like everywhere else? And I guess that is the point. For me, there's a couple of bungalows over here. Yeah, I should take a look at it, I guess. I know I've heard about it, but I just haven't, But, I like the little places. They got little, there's a cafe, and it's like, owned by a couple of Thais, and they're the ones who run it. They're the ones that are there all the time. Maybe their kid is helping them or something like that. And not like you go down there, there's a McDonald's, there's a Burger King, there's the Hilton Hotel. That's not, to me, that's just, I don't want to live in that tourist environment. So there goes my pickiness, and I know it. I know I'm picky. But I figure, okay, I'd rather spend 5 years thinking and looking for a place, and I hit it, and I have a place that I'm really happy with, than to just go to a place, rush in, and go, well, this place is okay. That's not really what I want. It's easy to get around on foot, but if you're feeling the heat, hopping into a tuk-tuk will cost just $1 or $2 for trips around town. Yeah, okay. Hua Hin has public and private hospitals. Okay, that's good. Including the Joint Commission International accredited Bangkok International Hospital, a popular choice among expats thanks to its excellent standard of care and English-speaking staff. Indeed, getting by in English is easier. That's not what I want. This is Thailand. Sorry. Learn to speak Thai. Learn the basics of the language. Learn how to say how much. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Learn some of the basics. I think you need to do that. If you're just coming here to live in English, all you're doing is you're basically moving where you live, but you don't want to live like a local. That's what you're trying to do. The town is also home to English-speaking real estate professionals who can help you find a home or to rent or buy, and their values are impressive. A 3-bedroom villa with pool rents for around $1,200 a month. A centrally located, furnished, 1-bedroom sea view condo rents for $690 a month. Buying a similar unit would cost in the range of $150,000. $150,000. It might get you a 1-bedroom, but that's about it. All right, so that's one of the places on this list. All right, the next one is Malaga, Spain. And the thing is that in Europe, Malaga has a fair number of things that lend it to expats. Located on Spain's Costa del Sol, meaning Sun Coast, it won't surprise you to learn its climate is cheap among its charms, offering some 300 days of sunshine a year. Getting around is easy and affordable in this well-connected city. It's compact and almost totally flat, so traveling by foot is easy. Plus, many roads here are pedestrianized, including the main shopping street, Calelarios. There's a good public transportation system in place with around 50 bus lines operating. A one-way trip will cost you around $1, or you can buy a monthly pass for around $40. That's nice. Malaga is extremely bike-friendly with designated cycle tracks running through this city. Private companies offer e-bikes for hire via mobile phone apps at a cost of around $5 a day, which is around the same thing as here. Or the little scooters, which I've been looking into, and I found a couple of places, and I'm like, then it's like I try to like contact them. Nobody. I contacted 3 of them. None of them got back to me. Trains direct from Malaga Airport to the city center. The journey takes 11 minutes, and a one-way ticket is $2. Malaga is very safe with low levels of crime. As in any destination, watch out for pickpockets in crowded areas, but that aside, personal safety isn't something you need to worry about. Healthcare is regularly ranked among the best in the world, and Malaga is home to both private and public hospitals of excellent standard. Okay. For long-term furnished rentals, expect to pay $700 to $1,200 a month. That's pretty good. If you want to put down roots here, apartments, some in need of renovation, can be found for less than $50,000. Studio apartments in expat preferred areas start at around $150,000. Now, this is the thing. The one thing I like about Boquete, I'm in the mall. I'll see I'll see a couple of foreigners. Most of them I don't know, but once in a while, there's a foreigner. Like I came in yesterday. There's a guy sitting here. I know him. Then I was walking over to the market. By the way, I went down to the market yesterday. I thought, let me see what I can get. I want to get some pork because, my diet, I'm eating mainly carnivore or keto. And I thought, let me see what I can get. I see 120 baht for this, and I thought it was just a little slab of pork. And I thought, oh, well, let me go over and look at it. Those are prices right around the same size as the grocery store. So I go over, and it wasn't a little piece of pork like this that was about that big. It was a roll of pork about 10 inches long and about 4 or 5 inches wide. It was 120 baht. Fantastic. I mean, that thing will last me. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why have I not come here in the morning before? So, but when I was going over there, I was walking down the street and I see this guy from England that I knew. There's a group of us in the mall here. We all know each other. And it's been a couple of years now. There's the Aussie, there's a couple of Brits, there's an American, Tom. There's several people. I'm walking down the street, I see this the British guy say, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" So we stopped for 10, 15 minutes and we have a little chat. But that's the extent of the foreigners in this area. That's probably why I kind of like this area, even with all the chaos, is because there's just enough foreigners to keep me happy. All right, now, the final place on this list is Boquete, Panama. I'm really not sold on Panama. I hate to say it. I've been there before. And I know I haven't been many places. I was only there for, 3, 4 days. 4 days, I think. But I'm not sold on Panama. I don't know what it is. I'm just not. Boquete sits at the lowest point in the valley in the district center, Bajo Boquete. When people refer to the town of Boquete, Bajo Boquete is where they mean. Daytime temperatures here typically linger in the low to mid 70s, okay? March is the hottest month, October the coldest. There's a rainy and dry season, but the weather is typically predictable and ideal for those who enjoy a mild climate. Panama sits outside the hurricane belt, meaning worries about weather extremes aren't a part of daily life. Okay, well, all that's great. What I found in Panama, I don't know, what I think about Panama is it's probably not that safe. That's my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. Baja Boquete is also the most walkable destination in Panama. It's reasonably pedestrian friendly, and you can reach almost all essential services on foot within the town. Drivers yield to pedestrians and travel more slowly and courteously in other areas. For big city conveniences, David is a 45-minute bus ride away. There you'll find shopping malls, movie theaters showing films in English, a hospital, and an airport. The journey from Boquete to David takes about 45 minutes and costs around $2. Take a taxi and you'll pay around 20 bucks one way. It also has public and private health clinics. A general appointment at a private clinic costs between $20 and $50. And I can tell you now that the cost of hospitals here in Thailand, yes, it's much better than in the United States or say, some other places. But it's not like in the old days where you go in and the guy goes, okay, that'll be 300 baht. That doesn't happen very often. When I had my hip replacement surgery, I was very surprised because I really looked around and I decided to go to Chiang Mai, because even traveling to Chiang Mai and back like 3 times and paying the fee was cheaper, far cheaper than having it done here, and the guy was highly recommended. So I decided to go up there. The first day I'm in there, he's like, okay, let's take a couple of x-rays. I said, okay. He takes some x-rays, he does his whole thing, gives me the report. I'm in and out in like an hour. He goes, that was like 300 baht. He goes, that'll be 300 baht. And I was like, 300 baht? That's it? He's like, what do you want? What do you want? You want me to charge you more or what? And he was actually a Thai American Indian who was born in America to Thai and Indian parents, and then he came back here and he practices here, and the guy was great. I mean, my hip is, I feel great, really. I don't know what else to say. It was a great surgery, and it was well worth going up there and saving like 150 to 200,000 baht to having it done here. So, let's see here. Nearly everyone speaks English, making it one of the few places in Panama where you won't need Spanish to get by. Safety is another huge draw. Okay, what's up? Safety is another huge draw for expats. Boquete is a peaceful town and violent crime is practically unheard of. Okay, that's good. Offenses that do occur are mainly opportunistic petty thefts. Real estate market is booming due to national and international popularity, but you can still find a home to suit your budget and needs. The real estate offerings are diverse: cabins, villas, duplexes, vacant lots, family homes, coffee and fruit farms, mansions, and gated communities. The list goes on. Monthly rentals start around $800, but get connected to the local community, and you can find long-term furnished units for as little as $450 a month. If you're looking to buy, houses start at around $170,000. Units in a new country club development are available from a shade above $300,000, and golf course villas are on the market for $350,000. Okay, those are the 3 places: Panama, Spain; Malaga, Spain; Boquete, Panama; and Hua Hin, Thailand. I'm going to say Malaga it would really depend. I've never been to Spain, so I would have to go there and do a little research on my own. And I don't think one trip is really enough. Boquete, Panama, I don't know what it is, but I just don't have the feeling that I want to go live in Panama. I know it's a place that has been popular. Panama itself is a place that has been popular for quite some time, but I just can't see myself going there for a number of reasons. I don't know what it is, but you know how you have a preconceived image of what it's like, And I try to do away with those, but you know, there's just that little something in me that says, nah, I don't know about that. It's like going to live in Nicaragua. I just don't want to, I don't know what it is. I don't want to live there. You know, Ecuador for some reason seems a little bit better, and it's not all that much better, but it seems much better than, say, well, like Nicaragua, which doesn't to me seem like the greatest place to go. So, all right. So now here's the deal. I'm going to go over this other list here fairly quickly. It's the 10 Aussie foods that expats miss the most when they live abroad. If you're anything like me, food cravings always win. Well, no, I'm not like you then. Whatever my body is craving, it will most likely get. This is from a chick. What's her name? Constantina. Well, that's the thing. You know, she can't control herself. All right. Anyway, let me go on here. I don't want to bash her because she can't control her cravings. Whatever my body is craving, it will most likely get. Craving something and not being able to get your hands on it because supermarkets don't sell it in the country you're living in sounds like my worst nightmare. I don't have that problem. That's the thing about Thailand. I can get just about anything I want here, and if I can't, I just order it either through Lazada, Shopee, or Amazon. If I have to be extra cautious about crime and scams, then I won't even consider it, for example, the PI. Listen, I know that there are a lot of people who love the PI, and I used to go there all the time. And there are just some things about it that just put me off. And that is one of them, is that it is not as safe as Thailand. I don't particularly think the food is anywhere near as good. And you know, let's face it. Most people are eating anywhere from 1 to 6 times a day. So you know, if you're gonna do that, you might as well make sure you're in a place where you like what you eat. And I can tell you, in the Philippines, there were a few things that I really liked, and there were a lot of things that I just went, what is this? I don't want to eat it. So, yeah, I've been to Panama too, and I don't know if it seems corrupt or not, but you know, corruption is, sometimes you can't see it, sometimes you can, and you know, just know that it's there. It's kind of like rats. Corruption is a rat. Rats are everywhere. They are everywhere. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. In Vietnam, they were everywhere, and I saw them. And it was like, ugh, these things are nasty, man. Here in Thailand, I see them once in a while. Actually, right across the street here, if you go out at about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and, you know, I mean, you know, you're going to the airport or something like that, I've seen garbage bags. I mean, you know, there's like a pile of garbage. And rats are all around it. I mean, like 100 of them. And I was just like, ah, nasty creatures, man. You need more than a Jimmy living in Panama. Yeah, you know, I've been watching this show lately, 90 Day Visa. What a racket that show is. Big franchise they got going there. But there was this, it was like 90 days before the 90 days or something like that. And they got this guy, he's an engineer. He's a little strange. He's got this girl. You know, I mean, to me, she seems like, you know, if you're thinking about a Latina that is, you know, sexy and, you know, lively, she's the one. Big breasts, you know, big hair, everything is done big. And you know, I don't know what it is, well, I do know, but, and she is the loudest, and obnoxious. Hey, thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. Yeah, early start because I have yoga today, and I didn't want to put it off because I haven't been exercising in the last 10 days. Even though I said I would. I said I was going to go to yoga in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. I didn't do it. I just didn't go. And so last night I went with Alex and went to a class, and today I'm going to go, and then this week it's full on. I told myself, well, you know, if there's anything that I can control, it's how healthy and how fit I am. I can control that pretty much. You know, I mean, as much as I can for somebody who's 61 years old. I can control it. So I figure I gotta get back, and so that's why today I have to be there at 10 o'clock, and I'm only 10 minutes away, so I wanted to start early. But thank you, Richard, Choke D, and yeah, Choke D to you. Thank you. And yeah, that reminds me, smash the like button, subscribe, join, subscribe, hit the like, smash, subscribe, hit the like, subscribe, join, Patreon, buy me a coffee, Cash App, and merch. I got my website up. I got all kinds of things on there, all kinds of shirts and mouse pads and caps and mugs and all kinds of other stuff. It's at americanandbangkok.com. Go over and take a look. All right, now, let me get into these 10 Aussie things because I got to get this done. We reached out to our family and friends that live in other countries to check up on them, see what foods they're missing the most, and if they'd like us to send them a care package. Here are the 10 Australian foods they say they miss the most. All right, number 1, Anzac biscuits. I like McVitie's biscuits from the UK. They're fantastic, and they are a treat, but I love them. Okay, Anzac biscuits, so that's 1. Number 2, Allen's lollies. From snakes and frogs alive to killer pythons and the classic party mix, Allen's reigns supreme when it comes to confectionery for Aussies, while other countries like the United States or United Kingdoms have a wide variety of candy on offer. Nothing quite matches Allen's. Okay, never heard of them. Allen's lollies. Okay. Twisties. The slogan says it all. Life's pretty straight without twisties. Hey, look, what are they, like potato chips or something? Most popular chips, many are aware of that they are Australian. This iconic chip was born in 1951 and has become a staple in Australian school lunchboxes and pantries and are sorely missed from those living abroad. Listen, I like potato chips. They're very tasty, but they are, if you have them in your lunchbox on a regular basis, I think there's better alternatives. I don't care what kind of chip it is. There are better alternatives than potato chips. Healthier alternatives. Chicken salt. The superior salt when it comes to hot chips. It's common practice for many chicken shops to season hot chips with chicken salt that Aussies take for granted. Chicken salt was developed in the 1970s by Peter Brinkworth in Gawler, South Australia, to season chickens for rotisseries. Getting your hands on it in other countries is no easy feat. I don't miss this particular salt, but okay, I'll whatever. Violet crumble. And you Aussies out there, where's Dowlow when you need him? Andy. Violet crumble. While there are no alternatives to satisfy violet crumble, crunchy, they are not equal to the Aussie classic. The chocolate bar was first made by Hoadley's Chocolates in South Melbourne around the year 1913 and is currently made in Adelaide, South Australia by Robert Menz after a period of ownership by Nestle. Cadbury launched its own version, Crunchy, in the UK in 1992 and will always be Violet Crumble's understudy, in my opinion. Now, they do have some Aussie things here in the grocery. they have some root beer, they have some orange juice and grapefruit juice, stuff like that. But I don't usually buy it. First of all, because it's expensive, and to me, I don't really think it's worth it. Soy crisps. Soy crisps. The ultimate snack food, soy crisps, are actually Australian and very hard to source overseas because they are so widely found in Australia in trail and bar mixes on cheese boards. In supermarkets, it's easy to assume they are an international import. Soy crisps. I don't know about those, man. I don't know about that. Twisties are like Cheezels. Cheezels? You mean like Cheetos or something like that? All right, let's go on here. We got this little list here. We gotta get it done. Caramello Koala. Now that sounds Australian. One of Cadbury chocolate's most popular products, and arguably the nation's chocolate. Caramello Koala is only available down under. Thankfully, they are small and you can fit a large amount without taking up too much space in your suitcase. All this is junk food. Milo. Well, they got Milo here. We have Milo. Milo is extremely popular in Thailand. Once a Milo kid, always a Milo kid. This Aussie malt drink powder is beloved by kids and adults alike. Whether it be heated up with milk during the winter or sprinkled over ice cream in the summer, this iconic sweet treat is something we couldn't live without. We don't know how you do it, expats. Here in Thailand, you don't have to. They have Milo everywhere. They have Milo drinks. They have Ovaltine. They have all kinds of stuff. So, you want Ovaltine, you can get yourself some Ovaltine. Ovaltine is extremely good. All right, now this is the one that I think looks really good. It's called Golden Gay Time. It's an ice cream bar, and it looks like it tastes really, really good. Good morning, Robert Media, and you're an Australian. So, Golden Gay Time. No hot summer is complete without a golden gay time. Streets toffee and vanilla flavored ice cream dipped in chocolate coating and covered in delicious biscuit pieces, and the fact it is unavailable anywhere else in the world is mind-blowing. It's a toffee and vanilla ice cream, and I just am looking at a picture. It's like three of the same bars, but it looks really good. It looks like something you could polish off a couple of these things. You could polish up 4 or 5 of these things before you even start feeling a dent. They look really good, and I like toffee. All right, now here's the last one on the list. Tim Tams. They have Tim Tams here in Thailand. I know that for a fact because I see them all the time. Honestly, who can get through the week without eating a Tim Tam? Me. While they are available through Amazon in some countries, you're looking at forking out over $20 for one packet, so we're leaving them on this list. Don't say polish off when talking about gay time. The true king of chocolate biscuits, Tim Tams, will always hold a special place in Aussies' hearts no matter how far away they live. Well, like I said, they have them here. Now, on this list, they have Tim Tams here. They have Milo here. And I think that's all. I don't know about Violet Crumble. They might have that here. Twisties cheese. They might have that here too, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't buy chips. I almost never buy chips. The only time I ever buy chips is if I'm like in a bus going somewhere and there's nothing to eat and I'm starving, then I'll get some chips. But other than that, I don't buy chips. I don't have them at the house. I don't sit there and watch TV and eat chips. I just don't want to do that. All right, Allen's Lollies, never heard of them. Anzac Biscuits, they might have them here. You might have to look around, but I could have sworn I've seen them in the grocery here. And Fresh Mart is it's a higher end grocery store. And so they have some international items. And now, listen, the place is fantastic. They got just about everything. Anything you need, they got it. with the exception of milk. For some reason, once in a while, and I mean like once every 10 days or so, they're completely out of milk. They have nothing. They have little bottles of milk, and it's like that for like a day or two. No milk. I'm like, how do you run out of milk? Two quarters Korean, have you made any progress on your arrival time in Thailand? Do you know anything, or are you still waiting around? What's going on with the trip? So, FYI, tonight there's a little video going up about a Thai restaurant I went to in Saigon. And what else was it? Oh, just about coffee shops and stuff. So it should go up, I think, at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock this evening, it'll go up. Let's see what else here. Two quarters Korean. I think he's listening and doing something else and not really caring about what goes on here. Oh, okay, here we go. I'll make it for Carnivore's AARP meetup. That's all I can say. The AARP meetup. Yeah, I thought I saw them, Andy. So, you know, you got like 4 items on this list that you can get. So it's not that hard to get the stuff from Australia. And, you know, there are a fair number of Australians here in Thailand that live here, but they're not the highest demographic. AARP, okay. You know, I think now I qualify for it. I don't know. I gotta take a look. How old are you? You're 50 now, right? They're two quarters Korean. My birthday is in 1 week, so I will be streaming on my birthday. Tell G-Man to be there too. He's not gonna be there. He won't be there. I can guarantee you that. And, you know, it would be nice if he was. I just don't see it happening. You know, I think about it, and, you know, we talk about it sometimes, and he is very vague about it, but, like, where is he gone? Maybe he's busy working, but where is he gone in the last, say, 5 years? Has he come to Thailand? No. I don't believe he's been to. I can't remember when the last time he went to Thailand. So, hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be here. I don't think he's going to meet up for. That would be great. I mean, you know, there are a number of us that know each other pretty much from this channel. He's retired now. Okay, well. So, you know, eventually he'll I don't know if this is going to be his place, but if it is, eventually he'll get over here. He may not meet that first, that AARP meeting, but he might make another one. Oh, God. You know, I have about 9 months before I apply for Social Security. And I'm waiting to see what is the cost of living adjustment this year. And I think I'm probably going to wait until next year also to see what it is. And then I'll decide when I'm going to take it. I could apply in another 9 months, but I don't think I will. So, he's always welcome. It would be nice to, you know, put a face to, you know, some of the people in this chat. You know, the mall used to open at 11 o'clock during the week, 10:30 on the weekends. Now they've changed it. They open at 10 o'clock and 11 during the week. And the other thing that they've done here that I do like, I'm really happy they've done it, is when you're walking across the street, it used to be, you want to walk in, you got to go downstairs and walk in, and if you got to go up to another floor, then you have to go up the stairs inside. Now you can just walk right into the mall like it used to be. And the second and third floor, they're still under construction, but there's a lot of things that are open. That this, you know, we had a hot water maker. I bought a hot water maker, I don't know, 5-6 months ago. And I went in, I saw it, I went, you know what, this is cheap. I mean, it was like $10. I bought it, well, it crapped out the other day. And for whatever reason, you turn it on, it doesn't work. And so I came in and I thought, I'm gonna buy something better this time. And I went looking around and I'm like, well, where do they have them? And I had to look a little bit, but I finally found it. And I think it probably cost me $30 or something like that. But now we have a nice water maker again, because for a while there, when we wanted coffee, we were heating up the water in the microwave, which sucks. I hate to say that, but there are some conveniences here. Rice cookers, hot water makers, and things like that that are very useful. You know, that I'm happy to have. You know, that's the other thing. You want to minimalize? Well, I mean, we have a toaster. I think Hans, or I think you gave it to me. It's the Hello Kitty toaster. I still have it. It still works. I have that. I have what the hell is it called? The air fryer. We have the hot water maker. We have the toaster oven that's kind of big. You can put like a big turkey in it. We have 2 microwaves. What else do we have? What other kind of? We have a wok, which is probably the next thing that's going to crap out on me. But you know, I know electric is good, but I'd like to have one outside that's, you know, like the regular big wok. And, you know, but you just cook in and you have gas attached to it. I'd like to do that, but then I'm like, all right, so we're going to put it outside? We're going to use it outside? I don't know, you know. Order your turkey now from Paleo Robbie. Yeah, I don't usually have turkey. I mean, I haven't had Thanksgiving. What have I had? 2 Thanksgivings in the last 35 years. You know, but turkey sounds good, you know. It sounds good to have leftovers and all that other kind of stuff. I do miss stuffing. I do miss the stuffing and dressing, you know, like gravy and mashed potatoes and yams. Now that I think about it, I miss it. And the same with Christmas. I haven't had a Christmas dinner. I don't know, I think we went to Thanksgiving, 2 quarters Korean, or we went to Christmas or whatever it is. We went like once or twice. I think one time we went with Scott Farnham. And really, other than that, maybe I've had it one other time. You know. And Bo will be like, okay, well, let's cook up a feast, and it's all Thai food. I'm glad I'm having it this year before I leave. Oh, okay, you are. Well, that's good. It'll provide some memories, because you ain't gonna have any of those here. Now, you can go out to all kinds of places, but some of the places, if you want to get them, they're pretty steep, and some are reasonable. But alternatively, you could always have your own Thanksgiving. Or I could just get on Bo a little bit and say, hey, you know, Thanksgiving, honey, we gotta do it right. Or Christmas or whatever, we gotta do it right. We gotta have a Christmas dinner, you know. We're gonna have to do it. So, I'll see what I can do about that for Christmas. she might be willing to cook up a turkey and stuffing and yams, and cranberry, and pumpkin pie. She might be willing to put all that together. Or you can just buy the stuff already made, which is good too. It's a little more expensive, but it's really good. You know, you can get it at Paleo Robbie, you can get it from all kinds of places. You should start thinking about that for Thanksgiving. I should think about it for Thanksgiving now, and for Christmas I should think about it next month. If I was there, I'd order a turkey to your house and y'all wouldn't have a choice. I'm gonna have my turkey no matter where I am. Yeah, I don't know, I mean, am I losing my Americanism? Maybe a little, Like I said, I'm getting to the point now where I've been here about half my life. And I don't know how I feel about that, It is what it is, Somebody was talking, when was it? I forget. Who was it that was talking? But we were talking about when you die, where are you going to die? And I said, what does it really matter? But, I mean, when you think about it, what does it really matter? When you die, you're dead. You're not going to care. You're dead. Now, hopefully it'd be somewhere where your family is. You'd be close to them, and they could help, facilitate the process of being put to rest. If you're in another country, like you're traveling, well, that wouldn't be good. That's a bit more expensive, and it's also problematic. It's like I can see it now. Born Miami, Florida, died Tehran, or someplace like that. I mean, and then how are you going to get the body back? Do you want the body to come back? Do you want to be laid to rest here? Well, what does it really matter? I want my ashes. They've got to be in the Pacific Ocean. At the end of the day, where we go is where we go. But I forgot, I think we were talking about some guy who, he was in his early 40s and he had a heart attack and died. And it was like, well, that was his family was unprepared for that, and then they had to get him back from somewhere, and all the while he's decomposing. So anyway, all right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a quick little stream here. I appreciate it. I'm thinking about streaming on Tuesday of this week, but I'm not sure, and I'm thinking about where I want to stream from. I want to do something. I don't want to just be sitting here, which this is kind of like the place to come after I've been somewhere, or if I've got some subject that's really important or that I want to talk about. Thank you, Mr. Mitch. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I got to figure out what's going on. I'm still, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a fog. It takes me half the day to start thinking about, well, what am I supposed to do? Where am I going? What am I going to... And so, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday I'll stream. And, yeah, I don't know where I'll be. I don't want to be here or at Cafe Amazon or something like that. And, I want to go somewhere a little bit fun. So, anyway, thank you all for joining as I finish up my no egg coffees here. I had 2 egg coffees the entire time in Vietnam. In 10 days, I had 2 egg coffees. That's really good. And I gained 5 pounds while I was gone. And now I've dropped down and lost another 2 or 3. Game over. Yes. Is there a UFC right? What's today? Sunday? Is there UFC on right now? I don't know if there's a fight. It's not this week. It's next week. So if it's on my birthday next week, well, I'm watching UFC. I'm sorry. Don't know. Yeah, you see the priority that these things have as you get a little older. You start not caring about it as much. I couldn't tell you who's played in the Super Bowl other than the Patriots because I know that they've become a dynasty with Brady. I know nothing about football. I know nothing about baseball. I don't even know anything about basketball anymore. And I used to follow all of them. I used to follow hockey. I don't follow any of that stuff now. And, you know, I used to follow boxing. I mean, I used to work in boxing. And I used to really know my stuff. And now, it's not important, you know? The only thing is important is family and friends and enjoying yourself. So, anyway, that's all I have. So thank you very much, everyone. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe, join, yada, yada, yada. And I will see you the next go-round, whenever that may be. Okay? Hasta la vista, baby. Choke D, Lil Jerk, and my.